Hi, my name is Craig Morin with MindWare Technologies, and today I'm going to show you how to integrate MindWare BioLab with Noldus Media Recorder. I already have my Media Recorder key plugged into this computer. I'm going to open up Noldus Media Recorder. This is currently in an unconfigured state, so there's no active video sources set up. To set up video sources, I can either double-click on this first video here, or from the File menu choose Video Settings. And in this dialog box, I can add my cameras. For video 1, I can choose from the USB devices in my computer, or I'm going to choose this network video device for this demo. This allows you to have a camera far away from the computer, such as in a subject room. To specify where on the network to find that camera, we go to the Advanced Video Settings and enter the IP address. This is my IP address. Yours will vary. Check the documentation for your lab, or look at the cameras themselves to find that IP. Again, the same with the username and password. If you get those all correct and you get device properties, you will get information about the encoding and quality down here. Push OK, it loads up frame rate resolution. We can add our second video now. Turn that on. Again, I'm going to choose network video, set it up with an IP address again, and username and password. Both of these are configured for the same resolution right now. This is a 720p resolution. One of these is actually capable of 1080p, but I'm leaving these at 720p to be able to show you some of the advanced output settings down here, which have a limit to how large of a video that they'll do. At this point, no audio is configured for either channel as well. And so we can choose from audio that's in this computer from the sound card or USB audio device, as well as the network camera itself. And so I'm going to choose the network camera in both instances, so we'll get audio from each of the cameras individually. There is an option here in the output settings to use audio device 1 for all videos. If I check that, all of the other audio options disappear, and this first audio option will be copied to all of the video streams. The other output settings you can do are a picture-by-picture mode, and this puts both videos next to each other in the recording. It makes one output video that has both videos next to each other. Or picture-in-picture, where it has a primary video and then a smaller secondary video overlaid on top of it, and you have some options for the different position and size for that smaller video. In both of those modes, you can only use one audio device. You cannot use multiple audio devices. For our demo today, I'll leave it as separate videos. When using Media Recorder with BioLab, you don't need to worry about any of the timer settings, and especially not the maximum recording time, because BioLab is going to control the start and stop of recording. We don't want Media Recorder to stop early. I can go ahead and press OK here. Back at the main dialog box now, it's going to load the two videos, and you can see the little green and yellow lines here. That's audio coming in from those cameras. I'm actually going to mute those two. This is playing audio right now out of the speakers on my computer, and by muting them, that's not going to come out anymore, so I don't have to listen to the subject room during this demo. If you have a separate audio feed into your control room, you may want to mute this as well so that you don't have a double copy of that audio coming back into your control room. Over here we have the file location where it's saving the videos and a base name for each video. These settings are actually going to be pushed from BioLab into Media Recorder, so it does not matter what is here now. When we actually do a recording from BioLab, those will be set for us. MindWare highly recommends that you save a configuration for Media Recorder specific to your study. By default, if I were to quit Media Recorder right now, it's going to save these settings as the current settings file. And actually BioLab will grab that as the default settings. However, if someone else comes along in the future, they can overwrite your settings and you will end up with different videos than configuration when you go to run your study. So to save out a configuration, go File, Save Configuration As, and I'm actually going to go to my study folder now and save my Media Recorder configuration. I'm just going to call it Study 1. All right, and at this point I'm ready to close out of Media Recorder and open up BioLab. So BioLab, I have it configured with a Bionex with a single channel here, just for demonstration's sake. On the Audio Video tab, by default, it starts with the MindWare Video Encoder, which is an analog video solution, but today we want to use Noldus Media Recorder. So I can just drop this down, grab Noldus Media Recorder, And now there's just a couple of settings to set here. One is where to find the Media Recorder application, specifically the command application, this MRCMD. This is the default path for that. BioLab will default to the normal path to find Media Recorder. If you install it to a custom location, you may need to change this to that new custom location. And then the configuration file defaults to the public configuration file. This is the one where if anyone else comes to this computer and changes the configuration, this file will be the latest settings. I don't want that for my study. I want to use the same settings every time. So we can change that, go to our study folder, and grab our study 1 file, and now it'll be the settings we just set up. And then I can enable those to be recorded. Now we can start an acquisition. I'll give it a file name that's just test. And BioLab is going to start up Media Recorder for us. So here's Media Recorder coming up. It's going to load those cameras. Let me move BioLab to one corner here. And we'll move Media Recorder in just a moment to the other corner. All right. Now, one thing to note is I called my file test here. BioLab has pushed the information of both the file location and the base name to Media Recorder, so Media Recorder is ready to go. But I don't want to start a recording from within Media Recorder. I want to start that from within BioLab. So just hit Start Stop, or if you're in a triggered situation, you can trigger your system and Media Recorder starts along with it. So there's a red circle around the start button. It's now stop. At this time, if you were following participants, you could scroll your videos around by grabbing control here and panning, tilting, zooming, anything you need to do with your videos. And when you're ready to stop, you can come in here and just push the Start Stop button again. It stops the acquisition in Media Recorder. It stops the acquisition in BioLab. And then I'm going to go back to the configuration screen now. It'll quit out of Media Recorder for me. In my folder, my study folder here now, I have the configuration file for Media Recorder, the 2 videos we just recorded, and then the 3 files that are the result of the BioLab acquisition. And hopefully that's enough information to get everyone started. Thanks for watching today. For more information, please check out our support portal at support.mindwaretech.com.